Hey guys, so it's me. I mean, y'all know me. Um it's a video that I've been trying to make for a while, but it's been hard because my phone was like a piece of shit and it didn't have much space and there's a lot to say in the story. So today this video is going to be about I guess the story of me and the story of how I got pregnant and all that. Also I want to say I'm sorry for not making a video in a while. My life's gotten like fucking over the top stressful and shit hit the fan all at once. So, I guess I should just start from the beginning. So, I met Amethyst's dad, in 8th grade, and we hit it off really well because he was one of the only people that actually wanted to be friends with me, which obviously blossomed into a lot more. So, we hung out a lot, and we were like two peas in a pod. We were inseparable, like, all the time. And it was great, and I loved it, and I was really, really happy with it. Um, I found out that I was pregnant August August 4th of 2016. And when I found out I was pregnant, I was actually at my buddy Gavin's house and I was so ecstatic at first. And then reality hit and I realized that it was a lot. Um Originally I was going to put the baby up for adoption and we had a nice little chick and a nice little family who had been trying to adopt a kid for years that was gonna take her. Um, Flash forward, well, no, I found out I was pregnant when I was about 10 weeks or 3 months pregnant, and I remember being so scared because I'd been so reckless for the first 3 months because, of course, I didn't know I was pregnant, and just like dreading going to the first ultrasound at the thought of something being wrong with this child and it being my fault. At the first ultrasound there was nothing wrong, but then at the next ultrasound after that, um, there was, I don't want to say there was something wrong with her heart, but her heart was pushing blood out, but they couldn't see it going into her heart. So that was one of the concerns they had. But of course that got all sorted out. It was just one of those things where they couldn't see it on the scan. Also, this lighting sucks. Like, I'm sitting behind all the lights because this is the only place I could prop my phone up. Um, so yeah, flash forward to me being about, I want to say 4 to 4.5 months pregnant. I moved in with my cousin Lindsay, and she basically was the reason why I decided to keep my baby. I kept my baby, and I had the baby shower at her house, and it was pretty great. I mean, his mom, Vicky, played a really big role in everything, and she still does now that Amethyst is 6 months old. During my pregnancy, he had little to no contact with me whatsoever. When I first told him I was pregnant, he was so excited to be a dad, and he was so happy. And then we lost contact for a while because he wasn't allowed to talk to me, and when he started coming back and talking to me, his mindset did like a total 180 and flipped. So I was pretty much by myself since I was 5 to 6 months pregnant. So all was fine and dandy. I had my baby shower. It was going good, and I actually went into labor like right at the 10-month mark, right at that day. Like, I was having contractions all day, and we timed them, and we went in at about 7:30, and I had her by 9:49. Still during this time, her dad was not texting me. He was not keeping in contact with me whatsoever. The only time he texted me was the morning after I gave birth to her, and that's because I texted him and I was like, hey, your daughter was born last night. But ever since then, he has not texted me about anything. We went to court. He demanded a DNA test, and when that came back positive, I think they really weren't expecting it to come back positive, as if I was some unfaithful little slut. So we went into parenting time, and I would have been perfectly fine with him seeing her, but he doesn't want to. Like, he doesn't want to. So now, she's 6 months old, she still has not met her dad, and I'm a single mom. I mean, that's all there is to it. I'm a single parent, and that's it. But back to mine and Jack's relationship. So yeah, we met when I was in 8th grade. He was the sweetest guy ever, and oh my god, if I could say anything good about him, it's that he has a really, really sweet, kind heart. We were like 2 freaking peas in a pod. It was great. He was perfectly okay with me and everything. He was there for me when I was depressed. He was there for me for my highs and my lows. He was great. I mean, he was phenomenal. I was so happy to be with him and so happy to be happy. I mean, I was still depressed, but I was a happy depressed. But I don't know, he did belittle me a little bit, I guess. Because whenever I didn't know something, he, like, made a massive joke out of it. I don't know, I'm the type where, like, if I'm wrong, educate me and don't belittle me. And that's what he did. But, when Amethyst was born, I'm sorry, this is, like, all over the place. But when Amethyst was born, at my last doctor's appointment, which was when I was 39 weeks, so a week prior, she measured my belly across, vertically, and she was starting to measure up small. So if I wouldn't have had her right there at the 40-week mark, I would have had to go and do the fetal heart monitor for an hour to make sure she wasn't in distress and that she was still perfectly healthy inside as she was on the outside. And now she's 6 months old, she's almost crawling, she has 2 teeth, and she's a little redhead, and she has her dad's eyes. That's wonderful, and it's amazing. And honestly, I love the hell out of my life. Like, I don't know, I'm super comfortable with my body. I mean, I weigh 140 pounds. I'm, like, so happy. I'm still going to school, I have a job, I raise my daughter, I pay for her stuff. It's so amazing. It's crazy to me when I think back on, like, even how I was a year ago, and thinking, like, I was depressed, I was suicidal, anxious, and I was self-harming, and my eating disorders were still lingering, and now, like, I wouldn't even think about any of that. It's crazy. I'm really proud of myself, and I'm really proud of how far I've come as a person, and not needing someone to validate me in my existence, and that I know that I'm just fine how I am. And I'm proud, and if you're a young mom and you're still going to school, then fuck yeah, more power to you. You're amazing. And a lot of moms don't hear it enough. So if you're a mom and you're watching this, you're doing great things. You're amazing. I bet you're freaking cooking and cleaning and taking care of your kid, or going to school and cleaning and taking care of your kid. Regardless, if you were raising a child and you were raising them out of love and acceptance, then you're being so amazing. I promise I'm gonna get more spoken word videos flowing soon enough once things calm down in my life. There's just a lot of shit going on. But that's pretty much all there is to it. I mean, I'm a single mom. I met her dad. I was really, really in love with her dad. I got pregnant and I had her. That's pretty much it. Bye, guys.